What up, world? Wair18 back at it again. Welcome to the episode. This is episode 2 of my podcast. I was going to do it another episode next week, but decided to do this episode today because I had a lot of thoughts on last night's game. That shit really broke my heart. So let me start it off by saying I'm a huge basketball fan. I love basketball since I was a little fucking kid. I was a huge Bulls fan too, coming from Chicago, of course. So watching all those championships. So let me give you the backstory before I start talking about the game. So there's only 2 teams in the NBA that I hate. Like, I literally hate. I want to see these teams lose every fucking game. 1 is the LA Lakers. 2, the New York Knicks. I fucking hate the Knicks. So this comes back to when I was a little kid. First, let me start with the Lakers first. I hate the Lakers because of Lakers fans. They are some of the worst fans I've ever met. I had no problems with the Lakers growing up. I didn't fucking really care about them. But when I joined the military, moved to Las Vegas, there's like, everybody's a Laker fan here. And watching them win is so annoying watching Laker fans. They're the fucking worst. I know they got 16, 17 championships, whatever the fuck they got. And they're just annoying because they think they deserve so much because they won all these championships and they think they're the best, blah, blah, blah. All that bullshit. So that's the main reason why I hate the Lakers. There was no hate for the Lakers before 1998, before I joined the military. So I had nothing against the Lakers. And so the Lakers I've hated since I was an adult. And it's the hate is not as bad as it was, but I still hate them. When I see them play, I want them to lose unless I bet on them. But the Knicks fans, the Knicks in particular, that shit goes way back. That goes back to when I was 14 years old. When I was 14 years old, the Bulls were in the playoffs. It was the year right after Jordan retired. Pippen was the leader of the team, and they had Tony Kukoc on that team and a bunch of other players, Bill Wennington, whatever. They actually had a chance to win the championship that year with no Jordan. And full disclosure, before Jordan came back, Pippen was my favorite player growing up for some reason. I don't even know why he was my favorite player when we had Jordan, but Pippen, I loved watching Pippen play for some reason. Maybe because his defense was good. Maybe because he didn't get all the spotlight that he deserved. I don't know. Maybe because he was the underdog on the team. I don't know. I don't know what the reason was, but I love Scottie Pippen more than Michael Jordan when I was younger. That changed as I got older, though. So, in 94, I'm big Bulls fan. The Bulls had just won 3 championships. And I'm like, damn, Pippen gonna get his chance. They're gonna finally win a fucking championship without Jordan. I was super hyped. So they played the Knicks in the playoffs. And I think it was game 6 or game 5. Pivotal game 5. And the Bulls was up. I remember watching this game in my living room when I was supposed to. My mom told me to go to bed and I didn't. I stayed up to watch the game. And it was on WGN, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But either way, I was watching the game when I was supposed to be. And the Bulls were up 1 with like fucking, I don't remember, like 10 seconds left. I think I put the YouTube clip in after I do the video. But they was up by 10 seconds or whatever. The Knicks had the ball. Hubert Davis goes up for 3. I will never fucking forget this. I was 14 years old, yelling at the TV screen. My mom came to the living room, was fucking yelling at me, told me to go to bed or whatever. I was like, please let me watch the rest of this game. So Hubert Davis shoots the fucking 3. And I'm thinking the game is over. I'm like, oh shit, the Bulls just won. They up 3-2. Going back, I think they was going back home, or I don't remember where it was. But they're gonna be up 3-2. All of a sudden, a foul is called. They call a foul on, I think it was Scottie Pippen. They said he fouled Hubert Davis shooting a fucking 3-pointer. Back then, the threes, if you shot a 3 and got fouled, it was only 2 still. He hits both free throws, and the Bulls fucking lose. And I go to bed, I'm like, fuck, I was so fucking mad.
To the left-hand corner, and here comes Starks up the middle. Screen and roll with Ewing and Starks. Starks has to kick it back out. Davis for the win. He's fouled on the play. Fouled on the play. Scottie Pippen fouled him with 2.1 left. He cannot believe it.
That was the last time I was ever this upset that I am now from last night's game. This is like the maddest I've been in a long time watching a basketball game. So that moment, I hated the Knicks. I've hated the Knicks since 94, since I was 14 years old. I hate this team. I love when they lose. I love seeing the fucking faces on the fans with the sad face. I love all that shit. When the Knicks lose, it's my best feeling ever. And they've been a thorn in my side for a long time. Well, not really, because they haven't been really winning. Another thing, let me get to this first. I don't understand why people say it's the Mecca. These motherfuckers haven't won a fucking championships in fucking over 50 years. How the fuck do you continue to say everybody wants to play in New York? I've been to New York. It's okay. It's not the best city in the world. It's all right. It's all right. It's not Chicago. But I don't understand why people think it's so great to play at Madison Square Garden and all that bullshit. I don't get it. They haven't won a championship in over 50 years. So where is all this fucking hype coming from? I've never really gotten that at all. I don't. They've had some good players, but give me a fucking break. So that's my hatred for the Knicks. I love Tim Duncan. I've loved Tim Duncan since Wake Forest. He's probably my second favorite player of all time behind Michael Jordan. And when they won their first championship against the Knicks in '99.
Drive, kick, Avery Johnson for the lead, yes. Avery Johnson drills it from the baseline, and the Spurs have regained the lead. 2.1 seconds remain to be played. Gets free ball underneath the glass. Double team, fires at the buzzer, no. The San Antonio Spurs win their first ever NBA championship.
I was happy. I'm not a fan of San Antonio. I lived there when I was in basic training and tech school, so I know the area. I know how it is. But I had never had any deep resignation for San Antonio. When they won the championship, I was cool. I was happy because I love Tim Duncan. I'm a big Tim Duncan fan, and I watched them in the background as they got better, or whatever. And I think they're a real good team. So when the finals was set up and it's Knicks versus Spurs, I'm like, damn, this is a rematch from '99, as everybody know. And I really like Wemby too. I think he's fucking amazing. He does things. I tried to go to a San Antonio game this year, and it didn't work out. But I'm definitely gonna go to one next year. But I love Wemby. I think he is the most unique player I've ever seen in my life. He is unbelievable, super talented. I wish he was American, but it's cool that he's French. But if he was American, he'd be the number one fucking player in the world. Maybe he is, but anyway. So when the matchup was, which came through, I had San Antonio beat the Thunder also. So when the matchup came through, I was happy. I was like, damn, this nigga. Well, I'm on a podcast, so I can say nigga. So I was like, damn, this nigga gonna win his first championship in his third year. That's gonna be fucking good. He's gonna be the face of the league. He's gonna dominate the league. I'm thinking, I thought they was gonna sweep, to tell you the truth. I'm not even gonna front. I thought it was gonna be a quick series. I think they're the better team. I think they have the athletes to compete with them. I think that from top to bottom, they had the best roster comparable. And I thought that Wemby was going to be the best player on the floor every night. So I thought that would carry them over the top to win a championship. So I'm watching the series, and I'm betting the Spurs every game, first of all, because I think they're the better team. So they lose game one. I was like, okay, if they lost game one, that's all right. They'll come back and win the next game. Game two, I was fucking so upset the way they lost that game. You have the ball in a tie game. The worst you can do is miss the shot and go to overtime if you call timeout. They didn't call timeout, throw the ball out of bounds, and then immediately foul Brunson, and he hits the free throws to win the game. Even though Wemby had a nice open look. So that fucking let me down. They win game three. So last night, I'm watching the game. I'm sending texts to my boys or whatever. I'm like, these are the things they have to do to win. Wemby has to have a double-double. Fucking Dylan Harper has to play the fourth quarter because he is unstoppable. Like, nobody on the team can guard him, and he gets to the basket whenever he wants to. Just stay away from the three-point shooting, but everything else about him as a 20-year-old playing in the finals, he's unbelievable. And then the one thing I did say, I mentioned this in the text that I spent with my boys. I was like, Fox can't play in the fourth quarter. You can't have Fox out there. I know he was clutch player of the year a couple years ago, but that nigga's jump shot is fucking ass. He cannot hit a jump shot when it fucking counts. Anytime he shoots, every fucking time he shoots, I never think it's going to go in. Like when I watch Klay Thompson shoot, I think it's going to go in every time. When I watch Steph Curry shoot, I think it's going to go in every time. When I watch Wemby shoot, I think it's going to go in. Whenever Fox shoots, I never think it's going to go in. Even when it goes in, I'm surprised. Like when he hit that three, I was like, oh shit, he hit a shot.
The Spurs' largest lead in the fourth is 20. In the game is 29. Fox, and it'll be right with him. Shot clock at 8. Fox gets into the paint. Kicks it out. Vasil goes left side. Fox, a three-pointer's good. Big bucket from De'Aaron Fox. And it's back up to 7.
I'm watching the game in the fourth quarter, watching the lead. And, first, let me go back to when the game starts. I'm writing texts to my boys. I'm like, damn, this game pretty much over. They up fucking, 29 points at halftime or some shit. All they have to do is not fucking get out coached and not let fucking Fox play. So I'm watching the lead dwindle, and it's going down. And I never for 1 second thought that the Spurs were going to lose this game. Like, that never even crossed my mind, especially when it was down 29. I even told my friend, I was like, damn, the point spread at halftime is 21 and a half. I was like, I don't think the Spurs are going to cover 21 and a half. You're up that many points. You're bound to let some points go. They'll do the backdoor cover and lose by fucking 15 or some shit. And I was right about that. I didn't put the bet in, but I was right about that. I didn't want to fucking cancel out my other bet because I felt good with the Spurs winning the game. So I'm watching the game. End of the third, they only scored 14 points. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You still up double digits going into the fourth quarter. I think there was a 15 going into the fourth quarter. I'm like, why are they shooting so many threes? Wemby don't look like he's in the game. They're not giving him the ball. He's the most unstoppable player on the court. It just made no sense the way the game was going that he was fucking not getting the ball. So I'm watching the game in the fourth quarter, and it's still going down, And I'm watching the coaching, too. I'm like, who the fuck did they have out there? And then, as the game was going, let me get to this point. As the game was going, when the Knicks was down by like 20 points, I sent my boy a message. I was like, the Knicks are doing so bad, they putting in NPCs. That pot boy, whatever the fuck, the black dude, center. I was like, they have no players to stop the Spurs right now. And maybe that was an omen that they were going to win the game, because all of a sudden everything changed. I'm like, even when they were, I'm not even going to front, even when they were down 10, when the Spurs was up 10, I was like, they're still good. All they have to do is make a couple baskets and the game is over. And I enjoyed seeing the Knicks fans' faces during the whole game before the run started. They was all sad. All these people paid all this money to go to the fucking Garden, and they fucking got the sad face on, stone face, nothing going on, and the Spurs hitting every shot. But then it started getting closer. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I can't believe that they're blowing this lead. The coach got to call a timeout or something. And it seemed like, I don't know what they were thinking, but I knew they had to have a ball handler in the fourth quarter, right? Especially when the game got close. So Fox had to be out there in that situation, but I think you could have I don't know what they could have did better, but I did not like seeing Fox on the floor in the fourth quarter because he makes bad decisions. And then he had those turnovers. With all that being said, there's no way you should blow a 29-point lead. There's no way you should blow a 15-point lead in the fourth quarter. There's no way you should blow a double-digit lead with 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And in this series, the Spurs seem to find a way to lose these games. They could have won all three of these games. They should be at least up 3-1 right now, because they should have won yesterday and they should have won game 2. They had a chance to win game 1, but Fox missed that fucking floater and it just fell all downhill from there. So I'll give the Knicks game 1. But game 2 and 3, they should have won. The Knicks have 2.5 players. They got OG, Brunson, and sometimes Cat, Karl-Anthony Towns. The fucking Spurs have Wemby. They got fucking Dylan Harper, Castle. They got bench players that they can put in. I just don't understand how you could be struggling with this team. And then it seems like the Knicks just hit everything down the stretch. Fucking Hart was bodying Castle the whole time, no foul call. I'm not going to blame it on the refs because they shouldn't have been shooting so many threes. But if you're going to call fouls on the Spurs, you got to call fouls on the Knicks too. And Hart was beating up Castle. I'm just saying that. I'm not saying it's anybody's fault. It is somebody's fault that they lost the game. I think it was bad coaching down the stretch. I think this is the play that really broke me. So they get the ball, they're going down, and Fox goes in for a layup.
Up, shot won't go, rebound deflected in the backcourt. Fox has a chance to get it. Fox has it inside, blocked by Anunoby.
There is absolutely no reason to go for a layup at that point. None. You're going to win the game. At least you get to shoot 2 free throws if you get fouled and dribble it out. This motherfucker goes for the layup. What? First, I've been watching basketball a long time. 46 years old. There's 7 seconds left. Why are you trying to score a layup? Even if you score a layup right there, you're only up by 3. They have a timeout. They can call a timeout, get the ball at half court and shoot a 3 to set up a play to shoot 3. Why are you trying to score right there? Are you scared to shoot the fucking free throws? He was a clutch player of the year a couple of years ago, and now he tries to go for a layup for no fucking reason. So you dribble the ball out. You're the point guard. He's been in the league, 9 years? You should know that. Time situation. You dribble the ball out, get fouled, and you shoot the fucking free throws. And then you have them call timeout and let them set up a play to shoot the 3 to fucking tie the game. You don't go for the 3. Time is your friend right at that point. I don't understand why he thought he had to go for the layup at that point. It just made no. I'm yelling at the screen the whole time, and at that point, I had a feeling they was gonna lose the game. That was the only time I thought they was gonna lose the game. That point right there when he went for the fucking layup and got it blocked. I was like, these motherfuckers gonna lose the game. Like I see it, and of course they lose the game. And I like the way they played defense on that last possession. They forced Brunson to shoot that long 3, but the box out, you gotta box out on a 3-pointer. There's no way OG should come in and have a tip to fucking win the game.
Top 101. Brunson gets it, fires up a 3. Shot no good. The tip, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone with 1.2 remaining.
That shit. And I never thought. I know they had like 1.7 seconds left. I never thought they had a chance to win the game. I never thought they were going to win the game, even when they had the ball. But with that being said, if that was a clean pass to Castle, they would have probably had a chance to win the game. But the pass wasn't clean. He fumbled the ball, and that was the end of the game. And they fucking lost. Even the Knicks was surprised they won the game.
No timeouts left. They have to get it in. Harper lobs it inside. Castle hasn't lost it. That's it. It's over.
There's no way you blow a 29-point lead and lose that game. And then after the game, I'm so fucking devastated. I've never felt this way in a long time about a game. Not that I lost the money. The fact that they lost the game. Like, you lost a game that you had in hand. The game is over. You go to the basket and stop shooting threes, and the game is over. It would have never been a close game, and they just didn't do that. And that fucking sucks because they are the better team. With that being said, I think they can win the fucking series still. I know they're down 3-1, and the next game is in San Antonio. You take care of business at home. You already proven that you can win in New York. You should have been 2-0 in New York. And that crowd is not going to get to them because they got tough players. I think they win in San Antonio, they're going to win the series. I think they win the next 3 games in a row. I've been known to be wrong at times, but I just got a feeling that the best team usually wins, and the Knicks is not the best team in the series. I know upsets happen all the time, like when the Pistons beat the Lakers, but I had the Pistons to win that series. I didn't think they were going to win in 5, but I know teams that aren't supposed to win, as they say, win sometimes, especially in the NBA. Usually in football, though. But I think San Antonio is the better team. They have the better players. If the refs let them play instead of fucking and call fouls when there's a foul, then I think San Antonio can have one of the greatest comebacks in NBA history, winning the next 3 games in a row. Because the Knicks haven't shown me anything. They haven't shown me. They're not the better team. They got 2 lucky fucking games in a row. I'll give them game 1, even though they should have lost game 1. I'll give them game 1. So I'm not a coach. I've never been a coach or anything, but I'm just, from my basketball knowledge, you got to keep Dylan Harper in there longer. He has to close the game. You got to play fucking, I know Wemby gets tired, whatever, but he has to stay in there at least 40 minutes in game 5. You get 2 days rest, so they got time to rest him or whatever. And you got to keep Castle on fucking Brunson. Because I think Bill Simmons, I listened to his podcast the other day, Bill Simmons mentioned this. The stats when Castle is guarding Brunson can't get around him because Castle's big. He's a fucking physical guard. Brunson can't get around him. You put Castle on Brunson, and I think the Spurs, and keep him there, I think the Spurs, Brunson and Dylan, because Dylan plays good defense for a 20-year-old. Dylan and Castle on Brunson, and then you let these other bums do whatever the fuck they want to. The only ones you got to worry about is Brunson and OG. Fucking ain't nobody scared of fucking Cat, fucking soft ass. Ain't nobody scared of fucking what's the fucking small forward? I can't even remember off the top of my head. Nobody's scared of the Knicks. They have no players that I'm afraid of. Landry Shamet, none of these motherfuckers. So you shut down Brunson and OG, and this fucking series is over. That's all you have to do. And give Wemby the fucking ball in the post. I know he don't got no post games, but you just throw it to his fucking hand. They got little dudes guarding him. You got fucking bitch ass fucking little ass OG guarding him. You got Brunson on him sometimes, like fucking Hart guarding him. Like there's no way none of these motherfuckers, they can't even see over him. So you give him the fucking ball 15 feet away from him, but that high screen roll shit don't work. Give him the ball in the post or close to the post and let him do his work, because nobody on the Knicks can stop him. And like I said, they win Game 5. I think they win the series. Of course, because you have to win Game 5 first of all. I don't think they're going to lose another game, 3 games in a row in San Antonio. I don't see that happening at all. I was so upset last night. So my girl, she's from New York. She's from Long Island. She's not even a fucking Knicks fan. So we've been to a bunch of games the last couple of years, and we go to the games, and she's on her phone the whole fucking night, and she literally never knows the score. We went to the Phoenix playing game, and she never knows the score or none of the scores of the games or nothing, because she's on the phone all night. When we leave, she's like, who won? Such shit like that. I was already pissed off. She comes in, she says, oh, so the Knicks won, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden she's a Knicks fan. She said I should have watched the game. That's the kind of shit that gets me real pissed off. You're not even a fan, but you want to hop on a bandwagon because everybody else likes the Knicks. I was so fucking upset. That's going to do it for this podcast, man. I had to put this out. I was super disappointed in that loss last night. And the Spurs aren't even my team. But I like so many players on the team. I think they deserve to win a championship. Like, nobody deserves anything, but I think that's a team that deserves to win a championship. I love their players. I think they're going to win the series still, even though they're down 3-1. I think they're the better team, and the better team usually comes through. I'll have another podcast if they win Game 5. I'm going to Ohio this weekend, so if I have time, I'll do a podcast in Ohio. I've never been to Ohio actually either, so that'll be some kind of some trip. If anybody's been to Ohio and you know some fun places to go for kids, let me know in the comments. That'd be real cool, because I want to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but I don't know what else to do besides that. It's supposed to rain the whole time we're out there too, so let me know in the comments if anybody from Ohio is watching this, what fun things there are to do out there for kids. I'll be in Cleveland. So, like I said, that's going to do it for the podcast. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to follow me on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, you can do that. Wair18, just type that in. My name should come up. I'll have a new episode, maybe, if the Spurs win. If they lose, I don't want to be in a bad mood. So, definitely a new episode will be coming next Thursday. So, stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to share with other people, let people know about me. Watch episode 1. That's all I got. Thank you guys. If there's an audience out there, even if there's not, I'm going to continue doing this. Have a good one. Let's go Spurs. Would love to hear from you. Comment in the comments section. For those of you who are watching the video, I'll have clips throughout the video of what I'm talking about. Maybe I'll put some text in too of the text I sent before the game, for you guys won't think I'm lying. And then after the game. Have a good one. Later. Also, if you got negative comments, I'll take those too. Any criticism is all warranted. I'm new to the podcast shit. I've been doing the YouTube shit for a while and doing the Instagram videos or whatever, but I'm new to the podcast shit, and negative comments don't bother me. It makes me want to get better. So if you have negative shit to say about me, I'll take that in consideration too. I'm always looking to do better and be better. So anything that you guys say that can make me a better podcaster, I'll take into considerations, even the negative comments.